So let's start. Let's continue the meeting with the second part, the evaluation. Okay, we believe that evaluation is very important. Giving feedback and listening to the feedback will give us improve. Let us improve. Okay. So first, I would like to invite.
Oh, sorry.
He's still eating. Samson, our table topic evaluator, to give his evaluation speech.
Sorry, because the biscuit is very delicious. Actually, in overall, all of you are excellent, and you can think of ideas in just a second. And actually, I think most of you can do well in some specific fields, just like kawaii. When you talk about a sakura, he's very energetic, and I think he can wear a sakura hairband, and I think it's very kawaii. And what I really cherish is about he can ask lots of questions to grab our attentions, and also he can find out the consensus. He can ask some questions. For example, when the sakura is falling, and then we will be happy, and then we can you don't think so, and we can find out the consensus, and he can also grab the attention and agreement, and also Dom, the handsome Australian speaker, he is humorous, and he can not just talk about Hong Kong, he can also talk about other places, Australia, compare the wolf and also the kangaroo. And that is what we call the two-side method or consideration. I think this is very good, and of course his time management is better. It's good well. And also Leo, he can provide full of information because he can share hard selling about his website. And but it seems there is little experience about Leo. I think it is good about his website. And also some of you can, just like Hope, he can talk about some practical experience, just like what you need to do. You need to bring bags, or you need to care about the weather. So the practical experience you need to think about. And also Mary, he is very good for when we ask for what you like the most in spring, and he's not talking about hiking because our theme is about hiking, but he talk about he love grandma caring. I mean it's a good way to grab our attention in the first one, and but it seems you can adjust your voice to speak loudly, and also can use both hands to express your ideas. I think it's better, but yeah, I think it is the end of my presentation.
It's an evaluation for our speaker, Vinton. May we invite Doc to give his evaluation? Wow, very well prepared. Thank you.
All of this is, I've even got sheets with
Are you researching yourself?
That's database management.
Are you researching
boring?
yourself?
Absolutely boring. No, you said just get started. Very interesting topic. And you mentioned things like signing up to the gym and that. I did sign up to the gym once.
And did you go?
And I did. I went there to sign up, and I paid 60 Australian dollars, so that's like 400 Hong Kong dollars.
Well, that's exactly
and
what I did.
I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to the gym. I've never been back there. That was like 2 years ago.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. So I will take that on board next time I go to a gym. But your introduction was excellent. You started off, you just jumped straight in and engaged with the audience. You realized that we're all either students or from an academic area and related with that in the terms of procrastination. And the body kept the pace well throughout the speech as well, so you just kept it nice and flowing. There were some bits that I thought were a little bit dangerous depending on the audience. So when you ask a direct question, that can be dangerous if they're shy, because then that can ruin the pace. So say if I went, Will, what's your favorite type of Macca's burger? And then he's like, oh, I don't know. And then you're sort of like, come on, Will, come on. So sometimes it's best to keep it rhetorical, but if you know your audience, then utilize the audience as well. And your conclusion recapped very well. It was excellent and reinforced the point of the speech. And there are a few things I said. Your use of rhetorical questions was very good. So things like, I can't remember what exactly they were, but yeah. Your body language was great as well. You moved around, you sort of got people in, use your hands a lot. There were some points where your hands were in the same place for a little bit and started sort of shielding you off a little bit.
Yeah.
Just be conscious of what your hands are doing, because I was looking and you're sort of fiddling with your hands. I was like, what's he doing?
I was thinking my next
interesting.
sentence.
And sometimes you repeated some words just a little bit too much, but I think you're sort of processing what you're going to say next. But overall, excellent speech. It was very engaging, and you utilized your audience incredibly. Great job.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, now our timers report. Oh, please.
Okay. Alright, so here are just the table topic sessions for each people who actually spoke. Actually, everyone hit like 2-minute mark, and I was just a little under, which is fine. I really enjoyed your speech. Your time was a little over. Maybe it's because, like Bob said, you did ask direct questions where some people actually hesitated. So watch out for that. I really liked how you use most of the humor related to the topic that you're getting to the point. So I didn't know what this is, but I used the this time. He went a lot over, but he just kept using a lot of examples, so that kind of like, I guess, extended the time more than usual.
Okay, next, let's have our Arcanta, Christina, to present her report.
Okay, well, everyone did a very excellent job tonight. And today's winner is, you can see, is Dawn and Leo. Leo Lim. Okay. And I think, yes, as for Winton, I think you got a very good job here. But I think you should slow down your speed.
I have more than I have more than just 5 hours, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. But anyway, thanks a lot. Yeah.
A little bit slow down your speed and we'll develop later. And for Mary, I think you repeat the end for several times and be careful about the words. And for Akia, I do appreciate your attractive body language and just to pay attention to the yes, yeah, this kind of word. And I do appreciate your relaxing style, and when you're thinking, you always put this kind of appreciation with it. Well, I do some research about that. Well, you should firstly you should understand why you are hesitation, and secondly, you can avoid with the later. And well, I think when you are forgetting some things, you should pause and then remember it, and you can put them out. And the last one is, and for the mistake, you don't need to incorrect them if they are not necessary, and just let them go. Okay. What I have learned is that next time I will not take a pen and a note to correct them. Always and put nervousness to others. Thank you.
Thank you for your report and the suggestion. Okay, now let's have Alex, our grammarian. to every student.
I didn't think I could top Dom's excellent, very, very full report analysis. So I mostly decided to bring out the best word choices of people's speeches rather than overly correct people's grammar or be too nitpicky. In vintage speech, I felt like the line, "We're not very good at of our own mood" was very strong. I like the way that flowed. That was excellent word choice.
What's the line?
I don't think you had too many mistakes in your word choice or grammar. There was maybe just a few tense errors, but I thought your line about your way you establish rapport while you defined establish rapport was probably the best part of the speech. I didn't really have too many notes. Everyone did a very great job in selecting their word choice, I feel.
Okay, now here comes the our last evaluator, our general evaluator, Anna.
Hello everyone. My role as the evaluator, general evaluator, is to give suggestions to all the people that have spoken and yet you're not being evaluated on in this particular meeting. Starting from the facilitators, from the timer to the hour counter, both of you have done a very good job because we can all see, this is their report, it's very clear, it's very straightforward, and they didn't waste any of their time in sharing with us things like, oh, this person spoke for how long, this person spoke for how long. That is not necessary. Instead, they have shown very good use of their time by giving us suggestions on how to improve on our timing. Over time, under time, particularly, for example, Hope said, well, I knew that I was under time. Maybe next time, somebody in that situation could do something like that. So make suggestions, like what Christina has done, marvelous. She said she has done research about things that people usually would do, why they would have all these unnecessary sounds, and then she gave us suggestions. Maybe next time when you feel that you have an urge to say these kinds of words to buy time, just keep quiet, pause. Rather, you have a long pause. So that is very, very good use of your timing, and that helps everybody among the audience, including the prospects, the newcomers, to know, oh, okay, maybe next time if I'm called on this is what I can do. Now, as for grammarian, short and sweet, very, very good. Of course, it would be a good idea if you could jot down your other good uses of language to share with people. But given today's very short session for the prepared speeches, for the impromptu speeches, and also for the workshop, really there weren't that many memorable sound bites. So perhaps next time you may consider having a word for the day, and then share it with us towards the end, and then say that this is a word that maybe we could consider using in the future or whatsoever, or maybe have the word of the day at the beginning of the meeting. All right. Now, as for the other people that I need to evaluate on, first I would like to draw your attention to the table topic master, Susan, who is not here. But even though Susan may not be here, but I think there are things that we can all learn from. A table topic master is a very challenging role. It's challenging because you just don't know who you are going to encounter. Anybody is going to volunteer and you answer the questions. So it is very important for the table topic master, number one, in the very beginning, explain, okay, my role as the table topic master is to throw questions out. I'm going to have 5 questions from easy to more challenging, and I'm going to ask all these questions center around the theme today, which is hiking. And it seems like Susan in the very beginning did really throw us questions that are very simple, but they're not really related to the theme of hiking. So there was like lack of focus, or very blurry focus. So if for any one of you in the future would like to take on this challenge of being the table topic master, first, ask simple, straightforward, factual questions. All right. So today, the weather is whatever. So can you please share with us where or what you would like to do, or something very factual, very simple. And then moving gradually to the opinion questions, hypothetical questions, like that. And you're not only starting from the factual to the opinion and then to the hypothetical questions, you give people room for imagination. And at the same time, the table topic master has to set the scene. Well, look around the people. Do we have a lot of newcomers? Maybe the newcomers don't quite understand what they're supposed to do in answering the table topic questions. So let me invite one, for example, Samson or anybody that has prior experience in a Toastmaster meeting or has given your table topic speeches, and invite them to come up here, do a demonstration before you invite the rest of the audience. And of course, it would be nice if everybody would have a name tag, then oh, okay, let me call him Joey, let me call him Dom, let me call him so and so, whatsoever. So usually you would start with a demonstration, and then afterwards you're starting with people that you know do not have a speaking role. And then gradually you would build up the atmosphere to something that is funny, interesting, humorous, and then you end on a high note with the table topic session. And that is the reason why we usually have the table topic session as one of the opening sessions of the meeting, leading on to the prepared speeches. And you ask for the prepared speech evaluator, Dom, very funny, and you're right on the spot. And not only you were able to use humor in evaluating Vinton's speech, but you also follow something that Toastmasters would always do. Keep on encouraging people. Serious. Now, because I'm a teacher, I teach English, so I know what it's like. Whenever in a classroom, students are called on to give a practice rehearsal exercise for presentation, whatsoever. This is exactly what they look like. Why? This is a learned response. Since they were young, I mean, nothing good ever happens in the classroom. Serious. They have this fear inside them. What if my teacher? What if? It's all bad things. So the reason why Toastmasters work is because we love each other. We accept each other. Unconditionally. So that is why because of this love, because of this unconditional acceptance, people will do well. Everybody would learn and be able to improve. At their own pace, at their own time, doesn't matter. You will eventually get there. So thank you very much for your evaluation. And as for today's workshop, I learned a lot from Leo. The reason is because from time to time, even teachers having all these bags of tricks, they need time to sit down and to think. A teacher's life is very hectic. Winter. And because Leo was sharing with us all those ideas about how to make an impactful introduction or beginning, I really got some ideas to be able to help my student. I've got a student who is one of the 10 finalists for Fame Lab, British Council next Saturday, and then he's got a speech. It's on YouTube, and I've been asking people to evaluate, to give him suggestions. But I just could not think of a better way of starting his speech. So I told him last night, let me sleep on it, and then tomorrow I'll get them to you. So as Leo was sharing with us all those tips, and then I came up with several ideas. And I told him, okay, what about borrow this idea from this movie? What about starting your speech backwards rather than from the beginning, chronologically? So all these are things that we need to explore and to experiment on. And after all, Toastmasters is a great place for experimenting. No matter how many mistakes you have made, people will still love you. People will still clap their hands. Yay, wonderful! And I hope that all of you will be able to benefit from today's meeting. And thank you, Susan, for being a great Toastmaster, following the protocol, and then and back and call, I would have to say. So back to Susan.
So let's give everyone another round of applause. Thank you so much for participation tonight. So if you are interested to join the Toastmaster Club, or you would like to take up any roles at our next meeting, which will be held on 18th of March, and then if or if you would like to be part of the core team, because we have a student core team who runs the club and organize the meetings. So if you are interested in any one of it, please let me know or Angela know. Okay? So thank you again for joining us tonight. So we hope all you have a wonderful evening. I'm getting nervous.